Okay, great. Okay. Hi, Megan.
Hey, Rogue. Yeah. So, hey, how
Hey.
was your night last night? Over here, we celebrated the 4th of July.
All right.
Yeah, it was good times.
Good, good.
Did
No,
lots of
here,
fireworks.
here we didn't celebrate, but we had the Canada Day on July 1st. That's
Canada Day. That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's on July 1st. Yeah, so it was like 4 days ago. But I haven't celebrated in a while that I'm not really into that. So I'm more of this global citizen and I don't really do the flag nation state thing very much. So that's
I do a no definition on anything. Like I
right.
said to you earlier, like I'm the whole bird and
Yeah.
not one wing or the other wing. I'm the whole damn thing.
Big
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah. A big freaking phoenix, unicorn, dragonish, whatever you want to call it
Yeah.
ish. I am.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, but we did some awesome fireworks because, of course, we're going to do fireworks because what kid doesn't love to see things like light up the sky even more than their imagination, right?
Mm.
Or how about both? But we got these big ones, and Josh would light his off, and then I would light mine off at the same time. And I was like, look how beautiful we are when we merge together in the sky like that. Chloe goes, oh my God.
Your daughter's like, I don't want to hear this. La, 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 la. No, that's great. That's fun. Yeah.
It was a good time.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a really
Mhm.
good time. So, and okay, so Chloe got me onto this air fryer. Do you have an air fryer?
I don't know what that is.
Oh Lord, girl, it's the best. So, like you don't use any oils or anything and you just put it in and it heats it up just for like a small amount of time. So we made corn ribs, which is where you cut corn like they're ribs. And
Okay.
we put this like chili lime, most delicious dressing on top of it that we made with garlic and stuff. Oh my God, I was like fat bastard. I was eating them like so so much I got a tummy ache because they were so freaking good. But you
Mm.
can make the best stuff in those air fryers ever.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I'll
got to
look it
look
up.
into it.
Yeah,
Super
I
good.
haven't. That's the thing. I don't fry anything. That's if I
Yeah,
go
there's no
out for a
grease.
fry, it's like, ooh, a treat, like
Yeah.
out of the blue, very rare, but
Yeah.
so.
It's like I honestly, I don't know how they work. I just know it's
Mm.
air and heat and there's no
Cool.
oils, there's no anything. It's just like yum yum to my tum tum.
Mm.
So good. When you come here, I'll make you some
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
wait to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those that are watching, Megan and I are friends that have transcended time, space, and boundaries, but although we still need passports and all that crap to travel, hoping that we can teleport at some time soon. But anyways, for now, we'll deal with what is. But yeah, so that's hopefully on its way out soon with all the craziness that we've been through in the last like year and a half with
With the crown opening.
yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Yes, the
Yeah.
crown opening of the whole of
Consciousness,
humanity, of consciousness. Yes.
even more so. Yeah.
Yes. And also, when you talked about merging, I don't know, but for me, it's been happening with nature a lot. I don't have a partner right now. So I'm my own partner. And that's fine because I've been enjoying that. It's that time in my life to bring that energy. And I'm also, Kundalini, I understand like the Shakti, and I can do breath work and I can connect to that. And I can have, beautiful orgasmic experiences. And as much as eventually, of course, I would like to share that with someone that can take that kind of energy, because people have to be pretty open and awake and all of that to be, in these. I feel like we're in the next level kind of ascension, and through our own experience, through heaven on earth, through our vibration, and so yeah, so you're experiencing that in your reality, and so am I, and with friends and nature. And that's the thing, I've been merging with nature, like going with a tree and then just feeling myself like blend energetically. It's like this it's just incredible. I've been having these moments and I'm like, it's like, it's hard to describe, but it's that type of merge. So it's like, oh yeah, we really are made up of the same stuff as this planet.
Yeah.
And the consciousness and the memories that we create in the field is all of that. It's all of every moment and that's why when we become aware of that, we're like, I am not going to waste my time with so much of the negative, information out there, because we know that that is like being bombarded, blasted at humanity now, because the energies are getting the vibration is going higher and higher, more and more light, more and more consciousness. And so I don't know, I'm very excited now. Like I was saying to Megan, I came back from the park with my 6-year-old and was just like climbing things and running around and swinging and like, woo, and it's like, and like, where's everybody? Like, where are the kids or the grownups? There's like nobody outside. And I thought, wow, like, anyways, I'm ranting on and on, but
No, you're not ranting. Keep going.
I'm
Share
chatting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just like the beauty of being fully in the moment, playful, be as little children, because that's actually where we find the kingdom of God, is through our embodied experience of being playful and joyful. And this is why I love being friends with this amazing lady right here, because it's like, that's all it is. We laugh and we play and we have such a good time, and our realities reflect that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and more, and that's like, wow, what a gift.
It is a total gift, and it's a huge, I'm so grateful for you in my life,
Mm,
playing this amazing presence every time that we're together and just letting it flow. So no
yeah.
matter, whatever your beliefs are, my beliefs are, whatever, I don't even know what my beliefs are anymore. Um, what up?
That's probably a good thing. I mean, of course it is if it's happening, but I know what you
Right.
mean. It's like everything I used to believe, it's like, well, I need to be really open to overwriting that over and over until, because if we're stuck in an old paradigm, in an old way of like, oh yeah, right. And I realize it when it happens for me. It's like, oh yeah, there I go thinking like that again. Like we're saying left wing, right wing, these things where you grow up. Or here we have liberal, conservative, Democrats, Republican, like always this dualistic, like it's this or that and this or that. And you're
Yeah.
like, no,
Yeah.
it's both. It's that bringing it together, that paradox and that Zen, where you're like, oh,
Yeah.
peace, peace,
Yeah.
peace, peace, peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I know one belief I have is love. I
Love.
do.
Yes.
I totally do. Like, without a doubt, through
Yeah.
all things, it shows itself.
Right.
It is itself. So, and that even like, to me, that I shared that post with you about, Matt Kahn had said, your vibration is not the sum of your thoughts. Your vibration is the sum of the quality of choices you make every day. You know that I shared with you.
Yes.
And I love it. I love that that's how he gets it. I love that that's how I understand it to be too. And I even went a little further with that with you, as I said, and is it just your choices, or is it your beliefs about your choices as well? And remember, don't regret anything, because at one time it is exactly what you wanted. I had somebody say that to me and I was like, shit,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, that's so true.
Yes, it was exactly what I wanted. And then it's just allowing yourself to be able to view it a different way than, so let's say, negative versus positive. It's just like there's so many different avenues of one experience that you can see it in, like fly eyes or butterfly eyes, or I don't know, omniscient eyes, omnipresence eyes. You can
Yeah.
just see it in so many different directions, and you get the choice of how you want it to feel for you.
Yes. It reminds me of being lit up, like something was like, I don't know, it's like when it lights up, it's like all of a sudden you remember, oh yeah, this is how it works here. Oh yeah, right. Like, and then it's like the downloads keep coming in, or the uploads or downloads or whatever you want to, it's like it's happening simultaneously, but you're like, and that's what's so incredible these days, is through this consciousness. And as you know, your energy, flows where your attention goes. So if your attention is like fully experiencing yourself in the moment, in the now, like the power of now, like really, really getting that, like, your whole, your clairsentience, your all of these capacities start to come online again. And it's like, and sometimes you can tone it down, because it's like, whoa, it's like you got to still fit into a certain reality. But now I feel like we're just, the more you embrace it, the more it can expand and grow. And so every day we're like in this exponential type of consciousness rising. And I really feel it. I feel it in my cells. We were talking before about the pulsing that's happening. And it's like, nobody can deny that. And some people are really maybe very sensitive to it, and then others not so much. But again, they're not focusing on it. So if we're like, I'm going to focus on this being that I am, and this vessel that I was given to experience through my God self, God wants to know man so that man can know God. And it's like those two are together. It's like, that's what we're becoming aware of. And and it's like, oh wow, this is just absolutely, it makes everything worth it. I don't know, like everything that was in a lower frequency, and that contrast of experience is now like, oh my God, yes, I get to choose to a certain extent how, how
I want
much,
to create.
yes, how much of a creator being I am.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you had the I am on your post, like even when I met you, and I was like, I didn't get it the way I get it now, you see? So, and I think being friends with someone that can bring you certain awarenesses, that's like, it brings, that's what we do for each other. And it's like, oh, wow. It's not like I know it all. Obviously, I'm still here. I'm still learning, and what are my beliefs? It's like, well, this one just overrode it with this one because it's better. And that's how we get better, not by saying, oh, no, that oh no, I can't think that, because it's just it's gonna be going against everything that I grew up with, or that I stand for, or like I wrote my PhD with this. And so all these people stay stuck because they are not flexible enough or open to flow into kind of the higher information stream that is going to be beneficial, to
Mm-hmm.
to ascend and to upgrade. So yeah. You.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I love that Matt Kahn too. He comes back a lot. He's been on his own spiritual journey, like all of us, and yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
in one way or another.
Yeah.
Even the ones that some claim to not think that they are. I mean, you can't not be if you're not a part of source. And I just don't see anything as not a part of source.
Right.
So
yeah, for sure.
That journey might not be my journey, but of course it's not, because if source is experiencing source and knowing itself through man, which source is man as well as everything else, then it's like multiplicity. Josh and I had this conversation last night. There's a show with something Keaton, Michael Keaton. And it was multiplicity, and he like split himself up in a million different ways to be part of everything.
Oh, that sounds like how I feel most of the time.
I know, same.
I'm like, and if people are like,
Same.
well, what do you do in life? And I'm like, oh my God, I can't explain that. I have a long
I enjoy it.
That's I should just do that. Simplify. It's like I've got this long list, and I'm like, then I'm thinking, maybe I can put angelic permaculturist, like somebody who's in the heavenly realms a lot, or like, I guess heavenly just means higher. Stell, I'll be with you in a minute, okay? Yeah, after. She wants ice cream, but we'll have to.
Me too.
After, honey. Okay. Yeah. And see, I don't know, like just.
So you're talking about the angelic horticulture?
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. And having both
Heavenly realms.
the spiritual in the material world, which is really what we are. Like the reason we're not angelics is because we're humans and we are choosing to have this reality. Now, I do think we're in a massive transformation where that will get easier and easier to, I mean, some do really are communicating directly right now with those realms, as you do, Megan. Um, and for me, it's like, oh, it just froze. Sorry. Oh, apparently it's unstable. Ooh,
No, that means it's stable.
it's okay. We can edit if we need to. Um,
Take it for what it is.
yeah, I feel like we could just smile and beam and that would be enough, you know?
The sun through this green screen that's not really a green screen, but it is on the computer.
Yes. Yeah, and we're both, we were just saying how we didn't know, but we were like matching turquoise today. The
Yeah.
heart, the green is just like, and
Yeah.
maybe telepathically, because we're on the same subjects a lot. So, that's super interesting too. And it's getting fun.
It's always been fun, and it's just getting more. I mean, I think the more and more I enjoy and blah, 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 embrace the enjoyability of what is this, and it's not, and for me, it's even become a part of like not even thinking of it being now. It just is,
Right,
and I don't think about like how I'm feeling. I just feel, you
right.
know,
Yeah.
or and we did discuss this, like, you can reflect on things, which is an amazing gift as well. But again, it's your choice of how you want to feel. Do I want to continue feeling a certain way, or do I just want to navigate another way? I use that word a lot, navigate.
Mm.
Because that's my energy, like, I navigate, go wherever I want. Yeah, me.
That's like the inner child, which is like so joyful and but and the subconscious and the feminine and the intuition, like that being fully developed is like, whoa, like that's what's bursting us out of these, like, and actually maybe even doing something about that transformation, because that's what's been kind of repressed for such a long time, or in our consciousness. I mean, in the time frame that we came in through, we came in through a portal called 1974, for example, or whoops, maybe we're not supposed to.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, we can edit that if you don't want it in there,
I
but
don't care.
I think it was an epic year, personally. Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and plus we know we didn't come to just obey the status quo, right? So that's also the whole starseed thing. Is once I heard about that, and that I was like, whoa, okay, that's starting to make sense now, why I always felt very different, and the density of this planet, and like, what, these aren't my parents, like somebody dropped me off at the wrong place, like that. I used to feel that a lot, and
Yeah.
when you think of star seeding the consciousness, so that you do come from other planets and you don't necessarily remember, but somehow also that. So that's also something that we recognize in each other sometimes when we first meet. It's like an energetic signature that you can't, you just feel it, and like you said, you feel it, it. So it's not going into the brain, it's going into the gnosis, the knowing, the so that's where we're talking embodiment of consciousness and wisdom, in a way that our current reality is still not fully grasping, even though quantum physics and all this is showing it, and the ancients have always spoken. It's all there. It's all there, like, and you start to see it's always saying the same thing as well. It's just, once you know it, you're like, oh yes, I see
Yeah.
there it is, there it is, there it is. And it's like, and here I am, here I
I
am.
am.
I am that I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I love that you keep me so like well versed in like things that are shared and the things that people are sharing and they're talking about, because I really like, without some of the stuff you would share, And then I'm like, well, yeah, of course. Like, yeah. And I love that there's that other people are experiencing it in the ways that they're experiencing it, and I'm experiencing it the way that I'm experiencing it. And it's, for me, there was such a freedom in knowing that it doesn't have to be like anybody else's. It's just mine, you
Mhm.
know, well, not mine, but it's everyone's, but it's how I
Your
translate it within myself.
uniqueness, your uniqueness,
Yes.
and to
Yeah.
embrace it fully instead of just like trying to fit into a crowd, which is, and again, that it's very different level. And then once we do, when it's like that symphony, like each one of us really tuning ourselves to that frequency that we are, so that we can be part of the symphony of the orchestration that is part of us. And yet you can't really join that until you've done your tuning, because you're just going to create like distortion in the field, in the sound, in the frequency. So that's the way I'm kind of understanding us as frequency beings. And it's true that our blueprint, our cosmic blueprint, like if I look at my moon, my sun, my like all the astrology, I find it helpful. Of course, I have Aquarius moon, which is my subconscious. And a lot of people don't like astrology and they think it's limiting. But for me, it's been like a container or a structure that's helped me get to know myself on a cosmic level. And
Mhm.
so if I know that Aquarians have like, this is the thing, they're always plugged into the collective, and they're always trying to see how others are experiencing themselves, and they find it fascinating. As for, let's say, an Aries, will feel perhaps more threatened because they're very, very individualistic and they have a hard time going into the collective. So for them, it's more of a challenge. And then so we can complement each other and say, well, this is why you experience yourself this way, because your blueprint is done in a certain, like, that's natural for you, and then this is natural for me, and we can kind of dance together in this magnificence of these blueprints that we came in to embody for a little while and dance together and share, our realities. And
Yes.
if we live in that, then yeah, we've gone way past the old paradigm of like Darwinism and survival of the fittest, and the old war game that's been playing itself out over and over again. We're just like, what? No, thank you. Like, we're done
Yeah.
with that old paradigm, crappy.
Well, it's not about repulsion, it's about propulsion.
Oh, can we make t-shirts?
I know that sounded really good, huh?
Oh my God. That's a download.
But I'm just like, yeah, it's not about that.
No,
It's not about repulsion, it's
I
about
have so many
propulsion.
of these. These are the things. These are like the wisdom nuggets that go pew inside of me. When Megan says these, they go like pew. My body's just like pew.
Does it feel like an orgasm?
Well, not a full out, but just
Hey, there's all kinds of orgasms to experience.
yes, from
Yeah.
the micro to the macro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
Hmm. Wow. Look at that glowing frozen face on the screen right now. Oh man, we're stuck. Oh, Megan, frozen. Just too much electricity going on here. What do we do? Maybe I'll pause.